Welcome to Jimmy Bowen and Friends. Each week's episode features Jimmy Bowen and a special guest like David Frizzell, Carolyn Dawn Johnson, John McEwen, and more. Today's guest is Ronnie McDowell. Now, here's Jimmy Bowen.
Just a while, now you're putting on the style, and you can never once look back at your home across the track. You're the gossip of the town, but my heart can still be found where you tossed it on the ground. Pick me up on your way down. When you're blue and all alone, when their glamour starts to bore you, come on back where you belong. You may be their pride and joy, but they'll find another toy. Then they'll take away your crown and pick me up on your way down. They have changed your attitude. Now you're horny and so rude. Your new friends can take the blame. Underneath, you're still the same. When you learn these things are true, I'll be waiting here for you as you tumble to the ground. Pick me up on your way down. When you're blue and all alone, when their glamour starts to bore you, come on back where you belong. You may be their pride and joy, but they'll find another toy. Then they'll take away your crown. Pick me up on your way down.
Well, thank you. Welcome to the show. We have got an exciting night. We have got an artist that is history goes years back. And he's an artist, he's a singer, he's a writer, he's an entertainer, and he is a talker. And we are going to have fun with him. Mr. Ronnie McDowell is here tonight with us. We're so looking forward to that, and we will have him up here on the stage in just a few moments. We're going to break for a little commercial here, and we'll be right back with you folks.
There's more Jimmy Bowen and Friends coming up right after this short break. Welcome back to Jimmy Bowen and Friends.
Well, welcome back to the show. This gentleman, our artist for the night, this star of the night, this gentleman here, I tell you what, it's such an honor to have him on the show. And I am so glad that they could take time out of their schedule and be with us. The great Mr. Ronnie McDowell.
Thank you, Jimmy.
I tell you what, thank you so much for being here. This gentleman has been around the world, and we're going to talk a few minutes about what he's done. Tell the folks, they like to know a lot of history. Now, you made your debut with The King Is Gone.
I did.
What was going through how was your feeling about that powerful song?
Well, Jimmy, not to interrupt, but I was in Nashville. I was 26, and I was rehearsing with my band, not too far from here. I jumped in my 77 Camaro. It was August the 16th, and I was going over by Metro Center, which is no longer there, and I turned the radio on, and it was 2:22 in the afternoon. You know why I remember that? It's because that's my number. If you see 2:22 That's an angelic number, and it means that your guardian angel is looking out for you. The DJ said, Elvis Presley has passed away. Before I got to Rivergate Mall, I had this written. This is the God's truth. Fate is a hunter. It will find you. It found me that afternoon. I was barely 6 years old when I first heard him sing, and somehow I knew from that moment on it'd be a lifetime thing. And I'd stand in front of a mirror day and night. And you know what, Jimmy? I listened to every one of those songs, every word, every note, till I almost got it right. Nobody gets it right but Elvis. Ain't but one Elvis, and that's a God's truth. Yeah. But anyway.
That's true.
Yeah. And by the way, not to interrupt, but 1 million records in a week. Hey, by the way, the next night the record broke on Friday. We recorded it on Thursday. Here's what you don't know. The next night they wanted me on the Grand Ole Opry because it exploded. Jim Ed Brown walked up to me right across the street where we're at right now. He said, and I had my foot on the wall, and I was going, Lord, please let me remember these words. We just wrote it, and Jim Ed goes, son, you're going to do fine. I said, Mr. Brown, I'm not afraid to sing. We just wrote this song, and I don't know it that well. He said, when did you write it, son? I said, 2 days ago, Mr. Brown. He said, good luck, son. True story, but you know what? I went out there, Jimmy, and I never missed a syllable or a word. And people were hanging from the rafters that night. It was crazy.
I bet it was. It was. It's a great song.
Crazy.
It's a great song. Older Women. Okay. That was your first #1 hit, right?
Yes.
So, what did you think about that song the first time you heard it?
My producer of 20 years, Buddy Killen, and I were getting ready to go to the studio. And at Tree Publishing, I was a writer, and the elevator doors were closing, and an arm came through and stopped them, and the doors opened up, and it was Jamie O'Hara, who sadly passed away 2 years ago. He was one half of the O'Kanes, yes, if you remember.
I remember them.
Well, Jamie, he said, Ronnie, you've got to do Older Women. I said, Jamie, I've already told you, I don't think women want to be known as older. He said, Ronnie, my girlfriend's 38 and I'm 30 and I know what I'm talking about. I said, all right, Jamie, I said, play it for me again. He sat down on the piano with the guitar and the piano and he sang it for me. I said, all right, we'll try it. So go down and I taught Buddy, here's what I want to tell you. This is the coolest thing. I said, Buddy, I want to take the Jordanaires, the original Jordanaires. This was 1981. They were all still living. I said, I want to gather them around a microphone like Elvis used to do in the 50s. And Buddy goes, Ronnie, we don't do that anymore. I said, by George, I want to do it. I talked him into it. So the Jordanaires gathered around this microphone, and I got right in the middle, just like Elvis and them did. And we went, older women are beautiful lovers. Now, remind you, I didn't even know this song. So I go into where Buddy was sitting at the controls, and he jumped up out of his chair, and he goes, what else do we need to do? And I said, Buddy, I don't even know that song. He said, listen, fate is a hunter. And it found me that afternoon. #1 record, one take. Is that crazy? And that has happened so many times over and over. How fate, you know, like Kenny Rogers had finished his album and his producer said, hey, Kenny, there's one more song I want you to do. And Kenny goes, what is it? And he said, well, it's a song called Lucille. Same thing, you know. Yeah. Those things just happen.
It's fate. Now, you're going to do that right now.
Lucille?
No. No.
Hey, I can.
You're going to do Older Women for us tonight, right?
If we were to do that, let's do it like this. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. Like Pinkerton Bowden, you know.
That's right. We can do that.
Loose wheel.
Loose wheel. Yeah. Loose wheel. Y'all welcome Mr. Ronnie McDowell.
Thank y'all very much. Older Women. Older women are beautiful lovers. It's okay to clap.
I said older women,
they
understand.
Get your blood pumping.
I've been around some, and I have discovered,
Lord have mercy,
that older women know just how to please a man.
seems to love those younger women from 18 on up to 25. 25, mama. I love them too. But I'm telling you, learning how to really love takes a little time. Older women
are beautiful lovers.
Are beautiful lovers.
Said older women, they understand.
They do.
I've been around, so
I've been around. Hey, this guy's been around. Look at him. I'm just kidding, sir. Just kidding. Jay's been around. Alan Coker's been around. Honey, don't you worry about getting older.
growing older.
Now, y'all do know those girls ain't got a thing on you, right? And it takes some living to get good at giving. Giving love is just where you could teach them a thing or two. Older women
Are beautiful lovers.
are beautiful
Said
lovers.
older women,
You know this song.
they understand.
I do too.
I've been around.
About 20,000 times now. Lord have mercy. That older women know just how to please a man.
Older women
Older women
are beautiful lovers.
are beautiful
Said
lovers.
older women,
Older women,
they understand.
they do.
I've been around. Some
I've been around.
discovered
This guy's been around.
that older women know just how to please a man.
Older women are better. And older men, once again, are grateful.
Don't go away. Jimmy Bowen and Friends will be right back. Welcome back to Jimmy Bowen and Friends.
Well, welcome back to the show. Ronnie,
Yes, Jimmy.
what can we say, my man? What an entertainer you are.
Well, you know
I am
what this
so
is
proud you're
called?
here.
You know what this is called?
What?
The entertainment.
The entertainment business. I'll tell you what, it's such a privilege to having you on the show, and thank you so much. That was wonderful. I love that song and love what you do, and I appreciate you so much.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Then tell us about If I Could Paint the Way I Feel. That was a
Well,
is that
that's
something you
because
did?
I'm a painter in Wanda Collins up in Portland, Tennessee. What an amazing story of history this is. Her and her husband were as poor as my family in 1959, but then they got to do okay, and then they started the volunteer state banks here in Tennessee. One morning, I said, Miss Wanda, how you doing? She said, Ronnie, the birds were singing, the sun was out. She said, if I could paint the way I feel. And I said, Miss Wanda, did you just make that up? And she said, what? She didn't realize what she said. And I said, if I could paint the way I feel, I'm a painter. And not only that, I got to thinking, dang, this song sounds like Elvis could do this song. If I could paint.
You're going to do it right now.
I'm going to do it right now. Is that okay?
I'd love
and
to.
then
do it.
after that, I want to give you some of my paintings.
I'd love to have some. It'd be an honor. Thank you.
Thank you,
I want to
Jim.
hear you
Hey,
sing this
thank you
song.
for having me.
Hey, it was an honor to have you.
Thank
you
you,
so
sir.
much.
Thank you.
Mr. Ronnie McDowell, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank God. If I could take my emotions, my prayers, my hopes, and my dreams, put them all down on canvas to express what you mean to me, I'd be the envy of Da Vinci and a hero to Michelangelo. They'd see the beauty I captured in your eyes, your heart, in your soul. If I could paint the way I feel, oh, I'd have a work of art. If I could paint the way I feel, I'd have a masterpiece straight from my heart. If a picture paints 1,000 words, well then I have 1,000,000 or more. With every stroke of the brush, I'd find something that wasn't there before. Now is the time for the unveiling. Oh, here comes that moment of truth. As I stand in awe of my creation, there it is, the wonder of you. If I could paint the way I feel, oh, I'd have a work of art. If I could paint the way I feel, I'd have a masterpiece straight from my heart. Straight from my heart. Straight from my heart. Thank you. Thank y'all very much. Jeez.
We'll be back with more Jimmy Bowen and Friends in just a moment. Welcome back to Jimmy Bowen and Friends.
And welcome back to the show. What did you think about Ronnie? Did I not tell you he's a talker? I love that guy. He is just such an entertainer, and what a history in the music industry he has had, and still having. It's an honor to have him on the show, and maybe he can come back sometime. But anyway, it's an honor to have him. We're going to close the show out tonight. This is an old country song. I come from a bluegrass background, and some of my dear friends actually did the show with us a couple months ago, or a couple seasons back. Bobby Osmond with the great Osmond Brothers from the Grand Ole Opry. And this song here, I found that they did, gosh, it was probably back in the 60s or 70s they did. And it was kind of a country thing mixed with the little bluegrass thing. And I just love the song. Donnie even loves this song. And he's a rocker. And so he even loves the song. But we're going to end this show with this. And it's been a privilege being with you guys tonight. And thank you so much for being here. And we will catch you on the next show.